South Kazakhstan State Pedagogical University, Modern Nature and Ecology Problems, Theme Nature Protection. Lesson 4. The lesson is conducted by senior teacher Baryssova N. Aims of the lesson: to teach students to speak about environment and its problems, to practice learning speaking, to memorize and retain in memory the language material which they have learned, to develop the students' intellect, to bring up the students to be healthy, wealthy and to love the nature. Read and retell the text Nature Protection. Computers project that between now and the year of the 2030 we are going to have an increase of average temperature between 1.5 4.5 degrees Celsius. Sea levels would rise by several meters, flooding coastal areas and running vast tracts of farmland. Huge areas would be infertile and become uninhabitable. Water contamination could lead to shortages of safe drinking water. It looks like the end of civilization on the earth. For hundreds of thousands of years, the human race has thriven in Earth's environment. But at the end of the 20th century, we are at a crude turning point. We have upset nature's sensitive equilibrium, releasing harmful substances into the air, polluting rivers and oceans with industrial waste, and tearing up the countryside to accommodate our rubbish. These are the consequences of the development of civilization. We have to stop it by joint efforts of all the people of the world. The range of environmental problems is wide, but the matters of people's great concern nowadays are atmosphere and climate changes, depletion of the ozone layer, freshwater resources, oceans and coastal areas, deforestation and desertification, biological diversity, biotechnology, health and chemical safety. United Nations Environmental Programme concentrates its activities on these issues. Acid rains. One of the most alarming forms of air pollution is acid rain. It results from the release into the atmosphere of sulfur and nitrogen oxides that react with water droplets and return to Earth in the form of acid rain, mist or snow. Acid rain is killing forests in Canada, the USA, and Central and Northern Europe. Nearly every species of tree is affected. It has acidified lakes and streams, and they can support fish, wildlife, plants, and insects. In the USA, 1 in 5 lakes suffer from this type of pollution. Depletion of the ozone layer. The protective layer of the Earth, the ozone layer, which protects the Earth from the sun's destructive ultraviolet rays, is being damaged by CFS chlorofluorocarbons. They are released by the daily use of industrial and household products, refrigerators, air conditioners, foam insulation, cleaning chemicals, food packaging. In the ozone layer, they attack the ozone molecules, making a hole. This hole allows more ultraviolet rays to penetrate to the Earth. It increases the risk of skin cancer, weakens the immune system of people. Besides, ultraviolet rays influence the oceans, the growth of plankton, an essential part of the marine life food chain in the negative way, reduce economically important crops, rice, cotton, soybeans. The life cycle is going to be undermined by the ozone. Look at this picture, please. Save our planet, please. Destruction of the tropical forest. It's generally agreed that destruction of the tropical forest has a major impact on the world climate. The tropical rainforest is a natural recycler, provider and protector for our planet. One recycles carbon, nitrogen and oxygen, help determine temperature, rainfall and other climatic conditions and supports the most diverse ecosystem in the world. Deforestation could cause 1/4 of all species on Earth to vanish in the next 25 years. These forests in Amazonia, Southeast Asia, and West and Central Africa are being destroyed at an alarming rate of 42 million acres per year. Measures to be taken. We have only a few years to attempt to turn things around. We must review our wasteful, careless waste. We must consume less, recycle more, conserve wildlife and nature, act according to the dictum, think locally, think globally, act locally. To my mind, we are obliged to remove factories and plants from cities, use modern technologies, redesign and modify purifying systems for cleaning and trapping harmful substances, protect and increase the greenery and broaden ecological education. These are the main practical measures which must be taken in order to improve the ecological situation. Some progress has been already made in this direction. 159 countries, members of the United Nations Organization, have set up environmental protection agencies. They hold conferences discussing ecological problems, set up environmental research centers, and take practical urgent measures to avoid ecological catastrophe. There are numerous public organizations such as Greenpeace that are doing much to preserve environment. The 5th of June is proclaimed the World Environmental Day by the United Nations organizations and is celebrated every year. Next task, copy out the highlight words from the text and translate, then make up descriptions of these pictures. Use the text. Answer the questions to the text. What are the matters of people's great concern nowadays? What damage do acid rains bring? Why are the ozone holes dangerous for the life on the earth? Why is tropical rainforest a natural recycler, provider and protector for our planet? What could lead to shortages of safe drinking water? What are the main practical measures which must be taken in order to improve the ecological situation? Next task, complete the sentence using the real conditionals. In written form. Your home task, pay attention to language definitions of British English and American English. Litter, trash, rubbish, garbage, litter bin, garbage can. Pay attention to some new words. Bin, litter bug, fine, to power, view, punish, throw, jail, ugly, law, fence. Read the task and do exercises 2 and 3. Text, litter is a problem in our cities. Match the words with their definitions. For example, litter, fence, jail, garbage can, view, fine, litter bug, disease, control group. Find out the definition from the right column. The choice in your hands.